show you some of the wind that's going on. We are experiencing the Hurricane Ian right now. It really hasn't gotten to us yet, so we're still on the outer fringes of it, but it is coming right through the center of Florida. And I was just going to show you some of the wind that we're experiencing right now. So here we go. We're not getting the hurricane force winds yet. These are actually just the squall lines that are coming through.
You can see the force of the wind a little bit better from this backyard view. That is a pecan tree, a very large one behind that shed. And believe it or not, the thing stayed up all through the storm, but it was really blowing.
Okay, I don't know if you can see them very well or not. There's not a lot of good light in here. This is what we have to do with the goats when there's a hurricane coming through. We had to move them from their pen into here and put them in this cage, crate thing, or whatever it's called. This is actually the crate that we brought them home in when we first got them. And so we had to go out there and rescue them. The hurricane actually blew the roof off of their shelter, and so we had to go get them and bring them in here and put them in here. So we got them in this crate just temporarily until the storm's gone. We put some hay in there for them in a bowl of water, and as you can see, they're munching away. I guess you can see that, I don't know. Not real good lighting in here, and they're dark. So anyway, that's what's going on out here.
This is what the goat's shed ended up looking like after the storm. The roof was completely gone. We fixed part of it and then eventually got the whole thing back in order so that they can get back to their regular home. But in the meantime, they got to spend time getting to know their rabbit neighbor over there. They were so cute making friends with the rabbit, and then they found the compost pile and got to eat all the weeds and vines on it. Oh, it was a wonderful time of exploring, even looking with Farmer Kevin at the chickens out in the tractor. The storm pulled down a lot of branches from our moringa tree and a lot of fronds from the palm tree in the yard. Here's another moringa tree with fallen branches, and then our neighbor's papaya tree was flattened, and our banana tree was wiped out pretty well. We were really sad because there was a whole bunch of bananas about to turn ripe. This storm gave us an opportunity to use our solar battery backup unit, and it did very well to keep our freezers and our refrigerator going during the whole storm. After the winds died down and the sun came up, we put out the solar panels, and they were able to charge the battery even in the cloudy conditions. We were pretty impressed with that. That was a good experiment.
Alright, we are getting ready to do some cleanup. This is our moringa trees out front, and you can see the hurricane got quite a few of the limbs. And it's okay because we really needed to trim them anyway. It was time for them to be pruned. But as you can see, the hurricane did some of the pruning for us. So now I have to get the chainsaw out and come out here and cut some of these off and get them piled up right there with the rest of these. Anyway, that's what we're doing today. Today is cleanup day. And we've got quite a mess out here. You can see the leaves and stuff all over the ground. And Carol is in the process of scooping some of this stuff off the driveway. You can see it's just piled up in here. And these are palm trees, and so there's seeds all over the driveway here. That's what you see on the ground. This is the backyard after Hurricane Ian came through. And this right here was my papaya tree. It was quite tall, and it snapped it off about 6 feet up. This right here is actually the middle of the tree. If you can follow this up and see, right up there is where it came from. The wind just snapped that thing off. It was like the tallest part, I think, of this tree up in the middle there. So this is not actually just a limb, this is like part of the tree itself. So I've got to get the chainsaw out, cut this up, and get this out of here. It's covering up about half of our backyard right now.
Got it down to about 3 or 4 limbs that are supporting this big trunk or branch. I don't know which it was. Maybe a big branch, but anyway, this is a good size. And here comes his helper. They can't stay away from him. They love him. The only thing that puts him away is if the chainsaw is making too much noise. That's about the only thing that scared him so far.
Alright, just wanted to show you the final product, I guess, of what happened out here in the back. This is where that big limb was that we showed earlier. And you can see some of the wood stacked up over there. And this big tree right here is where that limb came from. But anyway, this is the area that it landed right here, where we've got an IBC container right there and some empty flower pots and things. And it sort of landed in between all that stuff and didn't really damage anything. So, we did good. Beehive over here, and when the limbs came down, the outside limbs of that big tree, they landed next to the beehive and didn't even hit that. So we were very fortunate. The Lord was looking out for us, that's for sure. He takes care of us. We appreciate it. We're very thankful. No damage to our house or anything else, and so that was a good thing.
We're so grateful to the Lord for His protection to our family and loved ones and our property, and our hearts go out to those south of us who were so devastated by Hurricane Ian. Thanks for watching our story.